Hello, everybody, and yes, I am back finally. I've been sick for the past 3 weeks, but I'm finally back. And today, in this video, we have an all out kaiju tier list, the entire thing. Now, I know it's not all kaiju, of course, I mean, that's way too much, but I have plenty of the most common Toho and Monsterverse kaiju all in this video, and I'll be ranking them all from strength, so this should be fun. So let's begin. So first up, this is 1954 Gojira. The original OG is definitely a C. I mean B. I don't know. I mean he's got. I'll put him at B because of his durability. His durability carries him to B. He's not powerful, you know. He's not that big. He'd lose to maybe even kaiju like Heisei Mothra and stuff, but he's B because of his durability. I think B. I think his durability takes him to B. He's definitely more powerful than maybe some on this list, but I don't know. I don't know. He could definitely be C. I don't know. That could be easily debated, but I'm gonna put him in B because of his durability. Okay, Heisei. Okay, Mecha Godzilla from Toho is also a B. Not very good durability, but has more strength than Gojira. A lot more strength, but does not have better durability. So I feel like the strength from Mecha and the durability from Goji equals out to each other. So I feel like Mecha Godzilla being B would be pretty good. Okay, next up, Batra. Okay, Batra's C. I don't care if y'all try to put him in B. Batra's C. Batra's C all the way. Mild, like mid durability and very low strength though. I'm not impressed by it. But he's not D, okay? He's a lot. I mean, he's more stronger than somebody that'd be put in D. So yeah, he's C though. But yeah, Shimo's S. I mean, all the way S. Like I don't um Shimo Shimo could technically possibly be A. Shimo's got great durability. And no, Shimo did not tank Godzilla's atomic breath. I watched a video that was actually the fight scene, and that scene, I paused it at the right time, right after Godzilla put um his so when his fire breath hit her and then he took it off and then he was right about to tackle her right when I paused it, you could see burn marks on Shimo on her neck. So yes, Godzilla did burn her, and not just that, it pushed her into a building. So do not say that his atomic breath did nothing, because it both burned and shoved her into a building. So I'm not understanding where you get it did nothing from. But yeah, Shimo, good durability, um, good speed actually. She was able to run on all fours easily and nearly match Godzilla's speed, because they were both running at each other. Of course, you could see in like Hollow Earth when Godzilla had Kong and Shimo had Scar King, and they were both running at each other. She was really fast, not gonna lie, very fast. So yeah, with that strength, durability, and speed, that easily gets her to S. The thing I'm iffy about is her skills and her fighting personality, you know? She, without being controlled, she's like really, really, really chill. I mean, she basically be like your pet dog. So, she may not have that high of IQ either, but I mean with the strength, durability, and speed, you gotta put her in S. I mean, no matter how unskillful she might be, and like battle IQ and stuff, she's gotta go in S because of that speed, strength, and durability. It's just really high. Okay, Doug. Doug, Doug deserves a C, maybe B. But in my last video, the meme is crazy. Somebody said Doug slander will not be tolerated. So yeah, easy S. Doug is stronger. Doug is like 10 times stronger than Shimo. There's no competition there. Doug would basically destroy any kaiju in the multiverse or Toho. I mean, easily. Easily. Not really, not really. But meme wise, Doug would like destroy any kaiju easily. Yeah, I'm still coughing a bit. I'm still a little sick, so just don't mind me coughing. Anyway, Kraken laid hits on Kong, and they were pretty good. Kraken easily made him bleed, but that Kong was Skull Island. He was pretty big, but not that big. But still making. I mean, I'd say C. Kraken's not as good as Gojira or Mecha Godzilla from Toho. Kraken would lose to both of those. Kraken does not make it to B. Does not. Kraken actually is really good in C. Heisei Rodan. Heisei Rodan's easily C. I mean, Heisei Rodan's like nothing. Like, Gojira from 1954 could easily destroy Heisei Rodan, and Mechagodzilla could easily destroy him too. He's not that good. And people don't make him sound that good either. People know he's not really that good at all. Okay, Gabera. I don't know. I mean, yeah, he bullied Manila and whatnot, but like, he's not up there in the level of Heisei Rodan or Batra or Kraken either. He's just not big enough. If he grew bigger, he would totally be in C or maybe even B. But he's just not big enough, strong enough, most durable. He does not have that high rank. He does not even reach C. Yeah, he's basically just mini. He's not that strong. Kong from 2024 was great. I'm gonna have to put him in S. I don't know. He got ragdolled by Shimo and nearly died to Godzilla again if it wasn't for Mothra, but I mean, he wasn't really trying to fight. But when he did punch Godzilla on the ground, that's when he started trying. I know people are like, no, he wasn't. Yeah, that's when he started trying. And you could see his face, too. The look on his face, he was literally trying when he started punching. But, see, he has that gauntlet. So I think the gauntlet added on with his, like, superior strength. I mean, he's very, very strong. So added on with his strength, he's probably easily S. I'm not going to lie. Okay, King Ghidorah's S. Like, there's no question about it. I mean, King Ghidorah would lose to Shimo, and obviously, King Ghidorah would, like, get eaten by Doug instantly. But, like, King Ghidorah would lose to Shimo. High diff, I guess? I mean, Shimo... Godzilla, so people say Ghidorah's stronger, but Godzilla, you gotta understand, Godzilla, who at base in 2024 was still stronger than the one in 2019, both base and nuclear power up. But not only that, Godzilla had to get a stronger evolved form, which, yes, the evolved form is stronger than Thermo. I know most people say he's not. Yes, the evolved form is most definitely stronger than Thermo. But yeah, he had to get a more powerful form. That form would destroy both nuclear power-up and base Gojira or Godzilla from 2019 and would beat Thermo too. Thermo easily beat Ghidorah. Now, was that unfair? Technically not. I mean, that's just Godzilla. That's just Godzilla's form. That's not really unfair. I mean, technically it is, but It's just Godzilla. It's just Godzilla being Godzilla. Not gonna lie, but yeah. So Shima's stronger than Ghidorah, but Ghidorah so easily makes S. Ghidorah would manhandle people like 1954 Gojira or Mechagodzilla. He would just destroy them, crush them. So he's easily S. We have not gotten any A's yet, but we may here soon. Okay, Manila. Manila's D. Manila's worse than Gabera. I mean, Manila got bullied by Gabera. If Manila grew up, yeah, totally be in something like C or B. But no, Manila's just a baby, obviously. Baby Godzilla. So he's not really that strong. He got bullied by Gabera, so he's obviously going to be D. Okay, Final Wars Gojira. Ooh. I don't, He's powerful. I think he could take on Kong with power wise. I think he's definitely S. I think if Kong's S, then I think Final Wars gotta be S. Final Wars is a powerhouse. I mean, overall, Final Wars may not be physically stronger than Kong, but he is a lot, obviously, way more durable and has power beyond Kong, like times 100. Like with the Atomic Breath 2, Final Wars is way more powerful. Final Wars deserves S. Final Wars will lose to Shimo and possibly Ghidorah, and obviously Doug. I mean, that's not even a competition. But would lose to Ghidorah and Shimo. The Ghidorah from Monsterverse, obviously. Ghidorah and Shimo. But, I mean, he's still a powerhouse. I mean, come on. He's still really, really strong. Next up, Male Muto. Male Muto's definitely A. Male Muto caused Godzilla trouble, but that's only because Godzilla was trying to focus on female and male at the same time, and y'all like, well, like, Godzilla got manhandled by both of them. Well, it was a 2v1, so technically it was unfair, but still, Godzilla beat them both, so, I mean, what's the point of saying that? Godzilla, yeah, and the EMP may have made Godzilla a little tired. I'm not completely sure about that because I'm not completely sure what the EMP can like 100% do, but it could have possibly made him a lot more tired. But either way, it's still 2014, so he's a lot like smaller than like let's say 2021 or 2024. But like I said, he still beat him. But Male Muto caused probably the most annoyance out of the two. Out of female, because female was pregnant, so she had babies, so she couldn't really do anything. She did shove Godzilla down. She is a very powerful person, but or not person, kaiju obviously, but Male Muto probably caused the most annoyance. And to be honest, if I had something like that attacking me, I'd be pretty annoyed too. I mean, all it does is just fly around, and when you're not looking, it goes and hits you. That's pretty annoying. So Godzilla had enough of it and swiped him into a building like a fly. But anywho, yeah, he deserves A. He's himself may actually beat 1954 Gojira. They're both pretty well. I want to say they're similar in size. I think Male Muto may actually be bigger. I don't know the exact height. But yeah, Male Muto would cause like a wreck to 1954 Goji and Mechagodzilla from Toho. Mechagodzilla from Toho may beat Male Muto, but Male Muto is just so powerful and would probably beat Gojira from 1945. So Male Muto's probably A. Gigan. So Gigan technically is A, but I'm going to put him in B because Gigan, Final Wars Gigan, was actually really, really good and did some damage. Of course, not really that much, but did some damage to Final Wars. But both Final Wars and the other one would both lose to Male Muto. Male Muto is physically stronger, faster, and potentially more durable than both of those different Gigans, and would beat both of those Gigans. Final Wars high diff, the other one probably like low mid diff, because I mean the other one's really like slow and not that weaponized and just not that powerful. But Final Wars Gigan is actually really powerful, so that'd be high diff. But Male Muto still beats both of them. Either way, high diff, mid diff, low diff, he still beats both of them. So I'm putting Gigan in B. Shin Gojira, or Godzilla, whatever. Shin Godzilla is A, okay? I've got a lot to say here. Y'all say, like, oh my gosh, he could evolve. So, yeah, he could evolve if he was still alive. He's dead. So, technically, his evolved forms, like 5th and 6th, are just made up forms. We don't actually know what they look like or their power or anything. So, you can't say he could just evolve, because we don't know what's going to come next. So, you can't be making up make-up forms that are supposedly beating other kaiju. And I'm sure his 5th form would still lose to Legendary Godzilla and Destroy and Space Godzilla and those like big powerhouses. He'd still lose in like a 5th form. I'm going to be brutally honest with you, he still would. Yeah, he would most likely beat Male Muto, maybe. Male Muto's like, I mean, Shin Godzilla I feel like is like disoriented, like just doesn't know anything and wouldn't know how to fight. Shin Godzilla can't even move his arms. He can move, but he's very slow. He is a powerhouse when it comes to atomic breath, and probably one of the strongest atomic breaths in both Toho and Monsterverse. But Male Muto may possibly still win that, just because he got like messed up really bad by bunker busters. Godzilla 2014 would not get messed up at all from bunker busters. So Shin would be way less durable. So I'm thinking Male Muto could do significant damage, especially because of those sharp claws on Male Muto. Male Muto would most likely beat Shin. Well, I mean, unless Shin can get a really good hit with the atomic breath, then yeah, Male Muto wins. If not, Shin can probably just cut right through Male Muto. I'm going to be brutally honest with that purple beam. Very powerful beam. Destroy is obviously S. There's no question about it. Very powerful. Beat Heisei Gojira and forced him into his burning form to beat Destroya. Which Burning Gojira is probably one of the strongest Godzillas, if not the strongest. I mean, of course, there's Godzilla in Hell and Earth Godzilla, but like Monsterverse and Toho wise, I mean, Godzilla in Hell is still technically Toho, so I guess Godzilla in Hell is still the most powerful. But Burning Gojira is one of the top, is definitely top 5 most powerful Godzillas ever made. Very powerful. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think Destroyer would survive that. I don't think a lot of kaiju, really small amount of kaiju could actually survive Burning Gojira, because he's very hot and the radius is really wide. But he beat Heisei Gojira right at base form, which is actually a pretty good feat. Heisei Gojira is actually really powerful. So beating him is actually a pretty good feat. But yeah, easily S. Next up, Legendary S. Legendary, in my opinion, is the strongest Monsterverse Titan, able to match Shimo in strength. It's actually stated that Godzilla is basically evenly matched with Shimo in strength. I know it's like the size comparison is crazy, but yeah, I mean Godzilla is really muscular though, so it makes sense. And Godzilla is also extremely fast and durable. In comics, he survived an extinction level event, and of course, he survived the oxygen destroyer, which is actually really, really good feat and a lot better than you think, because the oxygen destroyer just basically takes away the oxygen, and he survived it. So he survived his all his oxygen just being taken away. Now Ghidorah survived it so easily, obviously because Ghidorah is immune to oxygen destroyer. But yeah, I mean Godzilla, legendary Godzilla, super durable, super strong, easily S. Millennium, Millennium is A because even though he's not that powerful, he's probably on par with power with male Muto, but he is more powerful than not Showa, more powerful than 1954 and Gigan. I don't know about Mecha Godzilla. He probably is more powerful, but yeah, he's definitely A. He deserves A. He's that powerful to be an A. I just feel like it's necessary. Minus one? Minus one is also A. So I get it. Minus one does not have the best durability. But he would destroy Gigan in 1954 Gojira and by probably Mecha Godzilla from Toho. He would beat all of them. It's not really even a question. It, I mean, his so first off, his atomic breath is really really powerful. He's stronger than Millennium and stronger than possibly stronger than Male Muto, and he most likely is more stronger than Shin. But I feel like Shin's atomic breath may be a bit more powerful, maybe, possibly. But yeah, I mean his atomic breath is definitely more powerful than Millennium. He just doesn't match S. If he blew Kong with atomic breath, Kong would be injured. But without the atomic breath, if he didn't use it, Kong would just manhandle minus one. So minus one is easily A, definitely A. Mothra from Heisei is definitely B. Cause she's powerful and she went toe to toe with Godzilla. She isn't toe to toe with Godzilla. She's not as powerful as him, but she did go toe to toe with Godzilla and fight him. Didn't beat him obviously, but she's actually really powerful. She's just not more powerful than minus one Millennium. Definitely not more powerful than male Muto, and definitely not more powerful than Shin. I feel like Shin and male Muto and minus one are just too big for her in general, and just way more durable and just too durable for her. And I mean, Millennium is basically not really too big, but just too durable for her and too strong too. And the atomic breath just adds on to that. Yeah, she's she's stronger probably than 1954 Gojira, but she's on par with like Mecha Godzilla and maybe Gigan. She's definitely B. Suko. Suko's B. I mean, I feel like I think I'm doing C. I feel like Suko potentially may lose to somebody like Kraken or Batra, and maybe Heisei Rodan, maybe because of the heat. But I feel like Suko's not any bigger because, like Manila, Suko is a baby. Now Suko is better than Manila, not 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 because of just like sheer strength or anything like that. Basically, just because of size. Suko's way bigger than Manila, so it's obvious. If Suko was Manila's height, Manila would probably be stronger because it's a baby Godzilla. So, and more durable too. And Manila is also already probably more durable than Suko. Suko's just stronger and a lot faster and definitely deserves C, but would not make it to B. He is basically the size, or probably I think maybe even a bit taller than 1954 Gojira. He would still lose though. He'd still lose to Mecha. He potentially might beat Gigan and potentially might beat Mothra, but he just doesn't have enough power to make it to be. He just doesn't. He's just a baby Kong. I mean, he wouldn't have enough power to make it to be. Of course, when he grows up, he's gonna be like Scar King and make it up to like A. Because Scar King is not S. Trust me, Scar is not S. Scar is like not strong enough or more durable to be S or anything like that. But yeah, so yeah, C. C is perfect. So female's A. Female's more powerful than male Muto, Shin, Millennium, and -1. She's more powerful than all of them. She's strong. She knocked down Godzilla. I mean, she's more physically stronger than all of them. Maybe except -1, but she would be on par with strength with -1 definitely, if not stronger. But she just doesn't make it to S. Okay, she obviously doesn't beat Shimo. She would get crushed by Doug. I mean, that's not even a question. She would potentially lose to Kong. The sharp claws may really mess up Kong, but Kong will probably still win. Um, female Muto would beat. No, no, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think female Muto would beat Final Wars. Female Muto would lose to both Ghidorah, Destroya, well, and Legendary Godzilla 2. The only person that's potential is Final Wars, but I think Final Wars will still win too. She just, in general, doesn't have enough power to make it to S. That's all. She's very powerful, but just doesn't have enough power to make it to S. Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla is S. I mean, Mechagodzilla messed up Godzilla only because Godzilla was really tired after fighting Kong. But Mechagodzilla still would do damage to Godzilla if Godzilla fought him. Godzilla would definitely win if he was like, full health basically and not tired from fighting Kong. But Mechagodzilla is still technically taller. I know by 7 feet, but still technically taller. And he is very, very strong too. He might even be stronger than Final Wars. He might be. He's definitely not more durable, but he's really quick. He's got a lot of weapons. He's easily S. He is more powerful than all 5 kaiju in A tier. So yeah, he's obviously S. Biollante. Biollante is, man. I'm thinking A. No, Biolante's big, very powerful, and did do damage to Gojira. Didn't beat him, obviously, but did do damage. So, Biollante, I feel like, is actually easily A. I mean, he's very, very powerful. He's more powerful than all 4 kaiju in B. Not more powerful than all of the kaiju. Some of them in A he is. Like, maybe male Muto and Shin, he's more powerful. But he obviously doesn't have enough power to make it to S. He's not on par with Legendary Goji, Destroya, Final Wars, Ghidorah. Maybe he probably has the same power with Kong, I feel like. But he just doesn't make it up there. The feats, Kong's up there because he's not just very strong, but of his feats. He's got great feats. Biollante has really good feats too. They're just not really good enough, and his power in general is just not good enough to make it to S. He'd lose to basically every single one of these except maybe Kong. He's like on par with Kong's power. So that could go either way. Skullcrawler. This is also an adult Skullcrawler, not like baby or anything. I'm saying Oh man, I'm saying, oh man, oh man. I'm saying B. So I'm saying B, even though number 10 from 2021 Godzilla vs Kong, even number 10, even though he's pretty big and would probably go like toe to toe with Kong in a fight, like 2021 Kong in a fight, he's number 10 is still, I feel like number 10 was specifically raised to be big like that, so that doesn't really count because I'm talking about adults in Skull Island, like the ones raised in Skull Island. For instance, Remark was the one that fought Kong and lost to Kong. Overall, I feel like if humans weren't there, Kong would lose, but if those chains weren't there, Kong would get back up, you know. But yeah, so um he's not stronger than female Muto, male Muto, Biollante. He's not really stronger than any of the ones in A or S. So I feel like an adult Skullcrawler would really be good and be. It's probably on like par with strength to Mothra or Gigan and B, but he's just definitely not strong enough to make it any higher. Remark would beat Suko. Okay, Remark is like vicious and like bloodthirsty, and Suko's kind of just like a little baby Kong. I mean, Suko's, even though he is the size of Kong from the Skull Island movie, and that movie Kong beat Remark, but Kong was built and muscular. Suko's not. Suko's a little big. I'm not even gonna lie. So I feel like Suko and Suko's personality and skill set too would just make him lose to an adult Skullcrawler from Skull Island. And then Heisei Ghidorah. Um, Heisei Ghidorah, I feel like is A tier. Heisei Ghidorah isn't the most powerful version, obviously, of Ghidorah, but I feel like he makes it up there just because of sheer power and like all the heads and able to fly and everything, and the speed and durability, and like I said, sheer power. I mean, he's very, very strong and stuff. I feel like he would just easily be A. He's not S, you know, he's not on par with really any of those kaiju except maybe Kong and Final Wars. No, not Final Wars. No, not Final Wars. Maybe Kong. Just maybe Kong. But any others, he's not on par with sheer power with at all. At all. So he does not make it to S. I want to be able to real quick get in Space Godzilla. Okay, Space Godzilla is S, which is obvious. Space Godzilla beats Mecha, beats Final Wars, beats Ghidorah, beats Kong, beats Shimo. Would like obviously lose to Doug. That's not even a competition. Space G would lose completely to Doug, negative. But Space G would have a pretty hard time trying to beat Destroy and Legendary Goji, but those are the only two out of the entire thing that he'll have a really hard time beating. Everybody else on this entire like list, Space Godzilla just snags. I mean, it's not even close. Space Godzilla just destroys. So, that's it for this video. I didn't add Scar King because I actually honestly forgot to add Scar King. But let me just tell you right now, Scar King's A tier because he's actually really weak and old. You could honestly say like he's an elderly Kong basically. He's not as powerful as the trailer made him look powerful. The trailer, people thought that he was going to be like the size of Godzilla, like the like not just the size as like height, like width and everything, like he was going to be that big. But he wasn't. He was small. Godzilla could like wreck his life, like wreck him entirely. So yeah, he's A. He'd beat B, everybody in B, C, and D, but he'd lose. He'd probably might potentially lose to like one or two of the people in A. maybe, probably not. But he'd lose to basically he would lose to everybody in S. Everybody in S would like wreck his entire life. Like he would stand no chance. Now, villain wise, Scar King was the best villain in the Monsterverse. Even Ghidorah, he was like evil, very evil. It's just he didn't have enough power to go along. So if that evil was with Ghidorah, we may not have a Monsterverse right now. So yeah, I mean, I feel like Godzilla is easily stronger than Ghidorah, but I feel like Scar's just so evil. So if Scar's personality evil was with Ghidorah, Ghidorah would try like way, way harder, and like would probably power himself up way more. But yeah, really goated villain, but just not that powerful. So he's A. But yeah. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and comment what you all think of this tier list. And I'll see you in the next video.